and that kind of stuff. But I couldn't tell you, like, the plot of a single episode.
Huh.
Like, I know that, like the company got abducted at one point, and I know, like, all of those things. I don't know why I know them, but I don't know a single
probably whispers them to you
storyline in that.
Huh.
I don't know why it never interested me.
Okay.
Because I'm nerdy-ish.
Sure. Which, there you go. What'd you think of Star Wars?
I haven't seen it.
Seriously?
Kid
I'd
face.
slap you like a little.
I really liked it. I watched. I took my boy,
As you should.
as mine should. He's 6, and he is just obsessed with Star Wars.
Nice.
It's just like he lives and breathes.
Jar Jar's
it.
the best.
Oh, that's because he's being a dick. My 6-year-old son is being a dick because he knows that. Okay, first of all, I had to back up and tell the story properly. So I introduced Star Wars to him. I think he was 5, I guess. I let him watch the first one. And he started nitpicking it apart right away.
Oh.
Like, in a good way. Like, in the first opening, he's watching it, and he says, why did, when R2 and C-3PO get into the pod and they escape,
Yeah.
right? He said, why didn't the troopers shoot them down? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, the guy that saw, he's like, they said that there's a pod going, and they scanned it, and they said there's no intelligent life inside the pod. He's like, yeah, but they know that, like, droids and stuff can fly things and they can carry information. And why wouldn't they just shoot it down just in case? Like, do they only have so many blast shoots or shots? I was like, no, they probably should have just done that because that would. But then you wouldn't have Star Wars.
So.
But then he counters it. But then why not just not have that character see them escape? Why not just let them escape and nobody sees? It's like,
Oh, you really is your kid.
fucking no. No, just watch the movie. And then at the end, and I don't know
These
if
are great questions for George Lucas.
Oh, he was just like, shut up. I put more stuff on the screen. Weren't you happy? Because I don't have the original, so you had to watch the bastardized versions with the extra shit
Yeah.
No,
on the screen. Did you see I'm sure you saw the George Lucas version of the Force Awakens trailer?
Yeah.
It's just like 90% more stuff on the screen. Everything else is the same. Have you seen it?
No.
It's amazing. It's just like the exact same trailer, but they've CGI'd more stuff in all the frames. It's phenomenal. So then, for the back half of the movie, he when they come back to, like, everyone coming back to destroy the Death Star, he says, so wait a minute, so they escaped. I was like, yeah. He says, because Obi-Wan went and turned the tractor beam force whatever thing off. I was like, yep. And they would have known he did that because that's how they got away. Like, yeah.
Why didn't they turn it back on?
Yeah, he's like, so they would have turned it back on. Like, yeah. So how come they were just able to fly around wherever they wanted to when they came back? It's like,
The shark didn't let them escape, though. He actually says he lets them escape.
in the first one?
Yeah.
Well,
No, but when they come back to destroy it, they're all flying wherever they want to.
That's true.
Why couldn't they just turn
Okay.
the tractor
Sorry,
beam
I
off,
thought you were talking about
just
that
pull them in and stop
No,
them
they
from
were
flying wherever they wanted to?
part. Maybe.
I'm sure there's an
They
answer
can't
for it. But it was
all
a
in.
good question for a 5-year-old to
Hell
ask,
yes.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
But then when we watched Empire, I just turned to him at the end. He's like, "No, it's good. Empire is fine. There's no
problems with
We're
that
good."
at all.
I was like, "That's because Lucas had very little to do with it."
Yeah.
But anyway, so I took
Even
him.
when he added in Luke screaming as he fell down the...
Anyway, so I took him. So I did not tell him about the prequels.
I remember that.
I just
Yeah.
we just ignored, and then some little shithead at school must have told him. Because he comes home one
There's
day.
more
Well, also he was on
Star
Netflix, I'm sure, and he saw the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is the cartoon series they made about what happened before. And he bought that for a while. But then he's like, there's more movies. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, there's the Ewok Adventure. It's okay. and the Christmas special. You don't need to see the Christmas special.
Plus there were 2 Ewok.
There's 2, that's right. I was like, which, ironically, he hasn't seen.
Huh.
Well, I don't even know where you would, I don't have a copy of it. I don't know, where do you,
I'm not sure. If
nerds, tell me, tweet me, at Lalonde
You
Jeremy.
can get them out on DVD, I think.
I think
Yeah.
they've been released, yeah. I think
I'm sure they have, I just haven't put any effort
Yeah.
into looking
Yeah.
for them. I can't even remember what,
It was Battle for Ewok Adventure and the Battle for
Yeah.
Endor. Yep.
yeah.
They're out there somewhere. I know I've seen them recently. I think so too.
Hey, or two. So he comes home and he's like, I know they exist. I'm like,
What's the problem, Dad?
I'm like, well, they're not good. And he's like, good is subjective. No, he didn't say that. I wish he said that. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna let you watch them because that's my one good thing I'm gonna do for you as a father. So he says, well, then I'm just gonna ask Santa Claus for them. And it's like, you little shit. You're gonna force me to buy? That's all you're gonna ask for Christmas? You're gonna force me to buy them under the guise of Santa Claus? You son of a
man, that's harsh.
Anyway, so Santa buys them for him. Like a chump. And so what ended up happening was he and I both ended up getting sick the same weekend. We were both like they just stranded on the couch.
Right.
Since we already feel like crap.
I was like, I already want to die, so let's just watch them. And so we marathoned all three. We just sat on the couch and then basically we kind of like, and he was, he didn't have much energy, but he was staying awake because he wanted to watch them. He legitimately wanted to watch. And at the end, I think he's just like, there's a lot that didn't make sense. But he revisits them. He still goes back. He maintains that Revenge of the Sith is the best one.
Of the three?
Of the three.
Yeah.
Of all of them.
Oh, wow.
And his justification is that it has the most lightsaber battles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was like, well, that's your basis, sure. But, so that's his, I think it's still his favorite. For his birthday party, he's inviting like his friends to come watch Revenge of the Sith. My wife's works at a school, so we're gonna put it up in the gym. Like, those kids are not gonna sit for that whole movie, just say no. Don't get mad at them. And also, you're assuming they've all watched the other ones.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some angry parents emailing me going, my kid hasn't watched that. Anyway, not my problem.
Suck it up.
Suck it up. So he maintains that Sith is the best movie of the franchise.
Huh.
Because of the lightsaber thing. Because he's also big into that's what his.
Sure.
He's big into action. Because I remember just as Force Awakens starts up, he's just like, he turns to me, he's like, we're not even a minute in, and there's so much action. He's like so happy. He's just like inner beast, but also I just take in everything now. And so I took him to Jurassic World, in which he's like, in his mind, it's way better than Jurassic Park. Because there's more action, because there's more stuff. I'm like, of course, you're that generation.
Yeah, he'll grow into it then.
He'll grow into it. No, he loves the first one.
Yeah.
But he's like, that thing just doesn't stop. Like, when we left the movie theater, he was just, and here's the thing, because I watched it the first time, and I liked it, I didn't love it.
Yeah,
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And I thought it was okay, but it was like, there's something about watching a movie with a kid that is enjoying it that just changed your view. So I walk away going now, I'm like, I really like Jurassic World because walking out after him, he was just like, man, that thing didn't stop. Boom. He was just so excited. And I'm like, you're right. I'm like, for a kid, it's like, that movie just chugs along.
Yeah.
There's no rest for the wicked in that movie.
That's awesome.
So, so back to Force Awakens. So what, spoilers for Force Awakens. If you haven't seen it, you don't care if you haven't.
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
And he just really enjoyed it. And he when Han, he turned with a tear in his eye. Just we cried in the theater together. It was gorgeous.
Oh. It was funny when Man and I went opening night to see it. Sorry, opening day, I guess we saw it opening day. And
Yeah, I saw it opening night.
and she
First show.
She was in tears with that. And then she had to lie to her son and say she hadn't seen it yet because she was taking him on the Sunday. And he's as big a Star Wars fan as she is, and probably as much as you and from Mark.
Yeah.
And when that moment happens, he looked over at his mom and said, "Are you okay? Are you gonna be all right?" And he put his arm around her and held her for the rest of the.
She had to fake it.
No, she got
Emotional
screwed up
again.
again. Yeah. And then we took him to see it again on Family Day, and the three of us just sat there like, yeah. So,
We've only seen it once still, but I pre-ordered the Blu-ray, so
nice.
we've been meaning to go back, but we haven't yet.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like they haven't announced dates yet, have they?
They've announced apparently it's hitting iTunes in March, but the DVD or rather Blu-ray release is in April.
Oh, April's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. For that. I can buy it for April. So I really enjoyed it. There was interesting. I had this kind of mixed feelings about. Who was that? It was Max Lander. Someone put out this idea, this rant about the character of Rey and how she was too perfect. Like, she
Oh.
was too good at everything right away. And I don't disagree. He's like, everything is just really easy for her. And she doesn't have to work at anything.
Some people
She's
are like that.
instantly-
I
well,
hate
there's
to break
that.
it to you.
But also, it's like, I think the big difference between these movies and the original movies are that they know they're planning for a trilogy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of, it's hard to judge this movie on its own until we know where they're headed with.
Yeah.
Because Rey could be the most powerful Jedi of all time.
Have you heard the latest fan theory about who she is?
Daughter of Obi-Wan?
Well, granddaughter of Obi-Wan, yeah.
Granddaughter.
Yeah.
That would,
I think that's taking it too far. I
well,
think there's too much separation there.
yes and no, but then you've got to,
Because he was really old, like.
No, but they're suggesting, and it ties
Well,
with
no,
the Clone
no, I
Wars.
mean-
There's a character in Clone Wars that it's hinted that he had a romantic relationship with.
Jedis weren't allowed to.
I know, which makes it illicit.
Oh, well, I guess technically Anakin
Yeah.
did too,
Yeah.
right? So.
Look
Well,
how
how
that
that ended.
So, yeah. So who knows? I mean, it's not bad. Not a bad theory.
It's not bad. Well, it's less obvious
Yeah.
than that Luke is your dad.
I guess we'll find out in a year and a half.
You also didn't tell your Jar Jar.
I just feel like-
story of your kid saying Jar Jar.
Oh, that's what we're getting to.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, so he knows that I hate the Phantom Menace and that the world hates the Phantom Menace. Right? Can we say that?
We can say
agree
that.
that, right?
Pretty
Do you
far.
remember, what was your experience watching the Phantom Menace? And then afterwards? Walk me through that.
I remember being so excited when that opening crawl started.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I was
everybody-
I was opening that, like,
Everybody
with all my
lost
high
their
school, like,
Me
shit.
everyone
too.
lost their
Because
mind.
it was a midnight screening too.
Yeah,
so
and
we
I
were
was-
out at the.
We'd driven up from Kingston for it to see it here in one of the big theaters.
We got like, waited up, stayed in line all night to get tickets.
Yeah.
Did that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we did.
The thing that sucked so bad was that one of us on the way to the theater, like, let's stop at Best or whatever, Future Shop, whatever, let's get the soundtrack, we'll listen to it on the way to the theater. And it's like, what does George Lucas do but titles the final
Yeah,
audio track The
Qui-Gon's
Death
Death.
of Qui-Gon? It's like, what the shit?
Yeah.
You dick? It's like, people, this is, what?
Spoiler! Yeah.
Anyway, but then he ended up being the most boring character ever created, so it didn't really matter. You just wanted him to die.
Yeah.
Please kill this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Dry as toast, son of a. Anyway.
Yeah. And I
So,
walked out of it going, huh.
well, we get in and it was like, there's like 10 of us and everyone's like, we're getting snacks, hold the seats. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to like hold like 10 premium seats and
Oh,
people were
God.
like, I'm like, please don't beat me up. So, but
We
yeah,
had to. We had like a row.
we walked out, right, going, it was good? It was good. Was it good?
Yeah.
Everybody was really quiet after.
Yeah.
Was the thing. Like people leaving the theater and stuff. Nobody was really saying anything. And
Well, people were, at least it ended that great, like, lightsaber battle. Like, that's
Yeah.
the best part of the movie.
people
yeah.
cheered actually. That there was
Yeah.
like one really quick bam, 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 and then Darth Maul like does this
Yeah.
thing and. Like they step back for a second, everybody's like, yeah! Because we'd never seen anything happen that fast before.
No.
Yeah.
Before it was like two old guys fighting.
But that may at least make sense that it's like these people are trained.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, so it's like.
And that was the thing, like we got to see a real lightsaber battle, not like
That's how these people are
Darth
trained.
Vader and Obi-Wan going
And that's
at
why
it.
I'm glad they haven't gone back to that because
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense even in these new ones. It's like there's no training.
Oh, no,
it's
yeah.
just crude fighting.
Yeah.
I remember like in Attack of the Clones. Yeah? Attack of the Clones?
It's like
Is
the
the
second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Yoda like
Yeah.
brandished it. I yelled out, "Kick his ass!" And that got me excited. When Yoda.
He just comes in and does it like.
Yeah. Oh, and he just went. It's like
Yeah.
And that's what I was excited with that one. But I just remember walking out with this days, even like for days
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Like, was it good? I don't.
Yeah. You
And
want
you-
it to be good, but.
Well, you wanted it to be
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
head. It's like it had to be.
And there were parts of
I think
it
we
that
tricked
like, you
ourselves
could
into
see what you were
thinking-
looking for, but there wasn't nearly enough.
And I remember even like,
To
'cause
hold
we didn't
on
go
to.
back and re-see it again, but I remember like going and getting the VHS the day it came out, and then watching it right away and going, no, it's bad. Like, that was like the arc of it.
I saw it again the next day, like the next afternoon,
Yeah, I did too.
because I bought tickets before
Yeah.
I'd seen it.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was that was kind of the feelings going into the new one was that it's like it can't possibly be
Yeah.
worse than those were. So anyway, so my son, just despite me, keeps on going on about how amazing Jar Jar Binks is. He's like, he's great, right? I was like, just everyone loves. It's because he wants to mess with me. And I'm like, he's clearly he's not. It's like, look at his role in the subsequent films. It's like he's greatly reduced because, and it's not by accident. So you never hear the word midichlorian again ever either. Because like that's George took his licks and he kind of learned maybe. It's like words is just not never muttered.
And Jar Jar's the one that like screwed the galaxy by getting Buddy out of there and like moving the
Giving the chance to
Chancellor
the powers.
Palpatine be
Yeah, what a dick.
put into everything's Jar Jar's fault.
But that's okay because you hate Jar Jar, so it just gives you justification for it. So
Yeah.
anyway, so bring it full circle. My son likes to make fun of.
Your
so
hatred.
well, he's just at that age now. You can push me, but he knows where to push, right? So I bought him a bunch of Jar Jar toys, and now he's mad at me. I was like, "This is what I thought you wanted for your birthday. I can't wait to get for his birthday." I know how to screw back. No, I haven't done that. I would never do that because
Didn't you ask Santa for Jar Jar?
I have to.
That would be so funny. You totally should. It should at least be a gag gift.
We are internet